So I'm doing a restriction digest problem just for practice. And for restriction digest, we need buffer, DNA, water to bring up the volume, and of course the enzyme. Now our restriction digest is going to be 20 microliters reaction volume size. And each of the ingredients, they come in different concentrations. So we're going to have to do some dilutions. So the buffer comes as 10x buffer. And we want to make it into 1x buffer. So this is a standard 1 to 10 dilution. Our final reaction volume is going to be 20 microliters. So the way I do it is just 20 times 1 over 10. It gives you 2 microliters. So that means you're adding 2 microliters of 10x in order to get 20 microliters of 1x. Now our next ingredient is DNA. DNA comes in all different sorts of reaction concentrations. That depends on your sample. In class, the example we used was, it was 7 microliters of DNA per microgram. This time I'm going to do 5, just so we have some variation. So that's 5 microliters DNA is equal to 1 microgram of DNA. Okay, so that whole thing is going into our reaction mixture because the reaction needs 1 microgram of DNA. Next, so now that we have our DNA concentration and our buffer, we're going to go ahead and add that to make 20 microliters. So we're doing 2 microliters of 10x buffer, 5 microliters DNA, and we want to bring this up to 20 microliters total. And to do that, we bring it up with water. So 5 plus 2 is 7. We want to bring it up to 20, so we add 13 microliters of water. Okay, so now we have to add restriction enzyme. Remember that the enzymes come in 50% glycerol. And we don't want anything more than 5% glycerol, otherwise the reaction is not going to work. So what Dr. Klig said in class, instead of doing 50% to a 5%, which is just a simple 1 to 10, we want something less than 5%, so instead we're going to go a little bit smaller and do a 1 to 11 dilution. And the reason we totaled it up here before, totaled it to 20, instead of doing the 1 to 11 and adding it in up here, it's because this is making it an easier step. Pretty much, if we have 20 microliters total right now, and we add 2 microliters of our enzyme, that is a 1 to 11 dilution. It's 2 divided by 22 total, because we have the 2 plus a 20, so that's a 1 to 11 dilution. So we know that our glycerol is less than 5%. So our final reaction is going to look like this. It's going to be 2 microliters buffer. This is at 10x concentration. The 5 microliters of DNA, and this one changes per example. You bring it up with 13 microliters of water. That adds up nicely to 20 microliters total. And then there you add your 2 microliters of enzyme. So per restriction digest, you have 22 microliters total, including your enzyme.